Good morning, friends of the internet. We have a surprise for you this morning. We was grinding it out and we took advantage of that November 20% off on tier 10 advantage. We just ground out our 54 and we was able to purchase our Object 140. I'm excited to play this tank. As you can see, we've already got about 9,000 in experience on it. I've played a few matches with it just to kind of get my feet wet, feel comfortable with it, kind of see what I can and can't do with the tank. It does feel like I can play like my 62A, but a little bit sturdier in the bottom end of it. And I think that's where a lot of people struggle, is they don't really pay attention to the turret on it, and they don't take advantage of shooting the turret. They try to shoot it in the bottom end like they do most mediums, and they find it bouncing a lot of rounds. That's why this tank can be so deadly on the battlefield. I've had a couple great games with it where I bounced a lot of rounds, so I'm really excited to get some more seat time, get about 500 matches or so in this thing. So I'm really excited that we got this tank. I'm ready to showcase it. I ground my ass off for you guys so that we could showcase it. We're working on the Chieftain right now as well too, so we almost got that ground out. Trying to take advantage of that savings of silver for the month of November. So with that being said, guys, we're going to take this beast out and see if we can find ourselves a match, shall we? Well, not my ideal choice of a map, but we got couple E100s. Ooh, a Jagdpanzer E100 WT off. So there's a couple hefty little tanks in there that we're going to have to deal with. But I'm excited to try this little tank out. Like I said, I played it a little bit before, and I kind of feel like this may be a fun little tank to play. So I'm excited to see what it actually does in combat. Like I said, I'm not really too pleased with this map, but we'll see what we can do. So, the one thing that I'm finding about this tank is I did play it one day with a friend of mine, and we were both in mediums. And man, I took so many rounds. I had like 3,000 plus blocked damage in this little tank, which is just like, I don't see that in my 62A. And I was literally in the open, and these guys were trying to peek a ridge and shoot at me. And I just kept rocking back and forth, bouncing round after round after round. And I did like probably 4,000 in damage, and I ended up blocking like over 3,000 in damage, did 4,000 in damage, and my tank was still just as good as when I went into battle. The only thing I had, like, I think a weak track, and that was about it. So I'm not a big fan of this map for two reasons. One, you can see there's 3 artillery on the board, and there's not a lot of cover on this map. And the other thing is there's so many different angles and hills and ridge lines and long lines of sight that if you're detected, like if I roll this corner a little bit more, I could probably get in trouble. And I'm just kind of squiggling across this hill to see if I see anything, and I'm going to use the ridge line to kind of zip down. But I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anybody come around this corner at all. So I keep just trying to see if I can get eyes on something. But if you notice on the map, I don't got a lot of help right alongside me. So I'm trying to be a little cautious in my gameplay here. So I'm letting my binocs set because I'm still not seeing anything. And I see nothing. But look, I don't really have anything behind me. And I notice this. But I see this guy moving over on this other side of the hill. So I'm going to be in trouble if he gets around here and kind of gets me cut off. So I'm kind of a little worried. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a lot of time in this tank, so I don't know what I'm really capable of. So then I see the guy, the little CDC peeking up. So I'm thinking this might be a better alternative to come this way since nothing is pressing behind me right now. And so I figure if I can light some of these guys up. So I see the E100, watch this, bam, no problem. Just like my 62A, this thing just pins and hits hard, has a great reload. Look at that, 6.47, reloaded again. Let's put another round towards his direction. So you can see how nimble this little tank can be. Now I'm getting some spotted damage. I see one more shot. I try to like squeeze it in there. It bounces. He's kind of got his turret armor just right, but then he takes a shot from artillery. Now I'm being pushed from behind, and I notice this on the map. But I got shots into this Carnivon, so I try to like put a shot and hit, but then I see I better deal with this IS-7. So I ping the map for this guy so they'll see him, and I'm going to zip back around and see if I can get into his face. But again, we're 2 Russian tanks, so we don't got a lot of gun depression to be fighting each other over this ridge line. But I'm going to drop down here just to be safe so I can just kind of spot him and see if I can, like, have a way to back up here really quick. But he must have got scared because he was taking some rounds or whatever, so I didn't see him again. And I was like, okay, where is this guy? So maybe he decided to zip back around with his other guys, or maybe this Carnivon's pushing me. So I decided to zip back around. So I'm just trying to keep people detected here a little bit and wait for my opportunity to like strike on somebody. So it's the E100, and I still don't know where that Carnivon went. So I'm still kind of just like stuck here because I don't have a huge amount of support. And look, that 7 flanked all the way around. So I panic fired, dodged this round, dipped down into this draw a little bit, trying to get a rock or something between me and him. Like, why did he go all the way back around there? I have no clue. So I come up here, I try to look at this ridge again, see if anybody's pushing me because I don't want to get pinched between him and somebody else. So I'm trying to like move in on him a little bit and hopefully not get pinched from the left. Then all of a sudden I see another tank like appears right here next to me. So now there's a Type 61 and this IS-7. So I'm kind of worried about this. So I'm going to start putting some rounds into this Type 61. And the 7 seems like he's not really willing to battle. So you can see he dips down and kind of runs away. So I don't really quite know what he's doing. But then I see this guy show up, this tank destroyer. So I decide to stay on the 61 because he'll control that 7 from pushing me. So I'm going to stay on the 61 because he's not really concerned with me right now. See, he's focusing on the other guy. So the other guy, he's just going to push him. He said, I'm going to push him. So I'm going to stay on him with some rounds, try to get him weakened before he gets over to this guy. I'm trying to help this poor guy out. I come around here. I can see he's being just like slaughtered now with another heavy that showed up. So I'm going to try to get a couple more shots into him. We get one more into him, and that's about it. So I'm going to try to stay moving because we still do have those 3 artillery on the board that I'm kind of worried about. So I'm bobbing and I'm weaving, and I'm like, okay. Now I'm thinking to myself, I should probably, since I'm so nimble and quick and can probably get over there. Now this Carnivon spotted. So I'm thinking I might be able to start sliding my way over there and see if I might be able to get into a fight with these artillery here soon. And then all of a sudden the E100 pops up. So, okay, now all of a sudden people are showing up over here. So I'm not going to go after the artillery as soon as I wanted. So I'm trying to just kind of like play around with this E100 to see if he's going to get hit by artillery. I see him kind of dip down, but I don't want to play this game because I'm going to get hit by artillery. So I'm going to stay on the move. I'm not going to get in there. I've already lost a third of my health. So I'm going to stay moving here. See if I might be able to find this Carnivon over here. So I dip back around here hoping that those guys are going to be able to play with that E100 because I sure the hell am not. I see the Panther II, which detects me, and I'm thinking, oh, and I take a round from across the map. Now I'm kind of out there in the lurch, so I'm going to dip down into the ravine here. He gets hit by artillery, which is great. Better him than me. There comes that first arty shell. Okay, I've had enough. Had enough of artillery. I've got through the back lines, and I need to get back there and see if I can kill those. I've evaded the E100, so I'm going to slowly kind of work this, just kind of see if I see anything. I stop. I take a quick peek. Let the binoculars set. And I see nothing. Okay, so I feel that I'm kind of clear to keep moving forward and pressing on. So I'm going to kind of hug this ridgeline just a little bit here before I have to dip down across there. So I stop. I take another peek. Let the camo net set in the binocs. I look. Nothing there. Okay, so at this point I feel somewhat confident that I can move over. I keep looking at the map, kind of like seeing where things are shaping up. If anything's lit up on the map that I can like count out the 3 more tanks or someplace, you know. So I come back down here, I stop, I still don't see anything, nothing. Now I'm detected, and I thought, shit, the minute I round the corner, I'm detected. There's that goddamn Carnivon. But then, look at that. There's the artillery. That's who I'm after. So I'm going to see if I can get a couple quick shots on them. I don't know where that shot went. I tried to auto-target him, and that should have hit. But I'm going to go over here. I'm going to zoom in on this guy, and I'm going to hit him. Okay, he's detected again. Hopefully he stays detected long enough I can get a shot at him. I'm getting rounds from the Carnivon. I'm going to go ahead and start pushing. I see the other one. He's still not looking at me. He's focused on the other side of the map. So I'm going to put a shot into him. I'm going to reload. I'm going to put another shot into him, finish him off. Now we got this other artillery. He pushed all the way down the hill. Now he already knows that where I'm at because I've already shot him once. And I'm detected, so I'm just going to kind of zip down here and use my speed, maneuverability to kind of auto-target him and get one clean shot into him. And then, oh shit, I didn't realize that this was a big drop-off. But somehow we didn't get stuck or cause a lot of damage to our tank. So I go ahead and I'm going to be on the move. We got 2 of those artillery off the board, so that's going to help with the rest of our team. So right now, my only goal is to take care of them because we've lost 2 of our artillery, or we've got all 3 of theirs, and they've lost 2 of their artillery. So we've got the advantage right here. Now, I want to show you this sneaky little move that I do here. So I'm going to go way back here because I figure he knows that I'm coming. All right. So I come way up here to the far back side of him, to the back side of him, and look, he's looking right where I should have came up. I put a shot into him. He looks at me, and I back off. Now, he knows that I'm there. Now, watch what I do. I wait till I'm not detected. I use the downhill thing. I don't hit the tree. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run under this little ridge line where I'm not detected. Now, he's looking over to the right. Now, watch what happens when I crest this hill. Oops. You were looking the wrong way, pal. So that's how you can, like, play it smart so you don't get shotgunned by artillery. That was a great play on my part, and in the moment it felt like really nice to have pulled that off. So I peek this ridge line, try to see if anything's out there. I'm looking around, and all of a sudden, holy crap, there's a Jagdpanzer E100. He's not looking at me, so I'm going to start putting some rounds into him. I don't have to worry about Artie, even though I'm detected. He's pushing down there. I'm trying to, like, put a track shot into him, see if I can get him stopped. I back up. I try to get another shot into him here because he just flat pushed that guy. So now he's going to look at me right here. I don't have time to make another shot. Do I? I squeeze it off, and I do get a shot, but I still leave him weak, and the Carnivon puts a shot into me. So I'm going to run down here, try to change up the angle on this guy. So I kind of come down this ridge line, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to be good. He's down around that bottom of that hill right here. Maybe I might be able to just slip up this right-hand road and go completely around and flank him. And so I get right there, and what the hell? Oh, my God. He came back up and had a shot on me. I was completely baffled in the moment that he was able to get turned around and back up that hill and be ready for me at that point. I thought I had, like, plenty of time to get around that ridge line and get up that other road. But apparently I was wrong. I should have played it a little slower, but I felt like I had the mobility and the speed to get there, and I didn't think he would be ready for me like he was. So that was really too bad. I should have just maybe worked the ridge line, got him detected, let our artillery finish him off. But instead, I handed him his 4th kill of the game. So GG's to the Jagdpanzer E100. Well played on his part. He played very well, but as we'll see in the stats, I hit him quite hard, so he's in trouble. So at this point, we got about 4 minutes left on the clock. I left the Jagdpanzer with not much life, so he's hurting really bad. Now, I'm on board with the WT off, and as I'm sitting here watching the WT off slowly work his way down, I know where everything's at, and I pinged the map for him to say, hey, they're right over here. And he's one shot, so he should be able to hit this guy pretty easily. He's got 1,429 hit points, so even if the Jagdpanzer hits him, he's not going to kill him in one shot. But he's going to hurt him, but he's not going to kill him. So I was like wondering why this guy was playing a little passive. So the other 2 decided to get onto the flag, and at least one of them did for some reason. And then all of a sudden, this guy pops up, and I'm like, okay, there's that Carnivon that's been hiding the whole match. So our Carnivon puts a shot into him, bounces off of him, and I'm thinking, man, you guys got to be careful because that Jagdpanzer's out there behind him. So I'd prefer him to do like the artillery and zip around and get on the flag and just stay down there where that Jagdpanzer can't see him or get down there quick enough. The WT off, he sees him. And I'm trying to ping the map for everybody to say, hey, you should flank around and then go after that Jagdpanzer because I know he's over there at that ridge line. And I'm trying to tell this WT off to go around and flank him. But he decides to stay right here, and I didn't know if he was going to have a shot. I know he's waiting for this Carnivon, and apparently he had a shot that I didn't realize that he had on that Carnivon. So we still only got one guy on the flag with 59 seconds going, and we got 2 minutes left. So, I mean, at this point, this is pretty much our cakewalk for us. We should be able to cap this out. I don't see the Jagdpanzer lumbering his way all the way down to be able to stop the cap. Both of them get on the cap at this particular point. I was really surprised at the off with the health pool that he had left at 1,429, and being that he is an auto loader that he could dismantle that Jagdpanzer, wasn't playing a little bit more aggressive. He was playing a little too passive for me at this particular moment, which I was kind of disappointed about. He just kind of sat here and waited. And then he finally gets a shot, and he bounces it, and he bounces it, and he misses. So I was kind of like, well, maybe it was a good thing he didn't go attack this guy, because he did bounce all those rounds. So maybe he doesn't quite know what he's doing. But with that being said, we still did 4,350 damage with 2,400 and almost 2,500 assisted. But we also got this medal here, which is awarded for destroying 3 enemy artillery in one battle with a tank or tank destroyer. So beautiful medal. Usually I don't get this too often, because you usually don't have three artillery that you can shoot so fast. But like I said before, GG to the Jagdpanzer E100. He had almost a 6,200 game on their team with 5 kills. I had a 4,300 game with 3 kills. I was the top of our team and only second to him in the lobby. So well played. If I had to die to anybody, I'm glad that I died to him, I guess, is what I'm saying. So the Por 61, we shot him for 1,300. We hit this guy for 296. The IS-6 and everything else, we didn't really, or the IS-7 and the Panther, we didn't really get involved with. The artilleries, we all took those out for their lives, so we got a couple shots into them for all their lives. Carnivon was pretty cheeky most of the game. There's the other artillery. And then our final but good battle between their top player was 1,354 with 4 shots into their Jagdpanzer. So I'll take it. I'm happy to show you guys this tank. Like I said, I'm still on the fence. I like both of the tanks for what they're worth. My 62A versus my 140. They play very similar. But I feel like if I was in my 62A in the battle that I had in the past, where I was taking so many rounds out in the open, my 62A probably wouldn't have been quite as durable as the 140. So far, I'm thinking that the 140 may take over as my tank that I like playing the most. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If you did enjoy this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, follow us on Twitter. That way you know when we're posting new YouTube content and when we're live streaming. You haven't checked us out on Twitch or YouTube Gaming, come hang out, be part of the audience. If you're new to those channels, smash those follow buttons. So until next time, guys, we'll see all your faces on the battlefield. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out my video. If you enjoyed that video, hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe for future videos.